Alright, alright. Alright. Yo, what up, everyone? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Make sure you guys subscribe, follow, and, alright, the point of this video. So, I broke Arch Linux almost exactly the same way as I did last time. So, I had to reset Arch Linux up. This is a part 3, so part 1 and 2 I actually got to show you guys the post install type stuff from the very first time that I installed Arch Linux. If you could keep up with me. Alright, so first time I installed Arch Linux, I made a video of a post install, just showing the list of things that I installed, but not actually showing you guys me installing it. Ugh. But now, because hold on one second, try not to drop my shit. Now that I have a action camera, this is an Osmos Action 5 Pro, and I have the little chest mount, I was able to show me reinstalling a bunch of stuff. So I did not get my camera and stuff set up, so I wasn't able to show me actually like doing the initial recovery steps, right? Uh, I quickly explained it in recovery video 1, what I did to get to KDE Plasma so I could basically log in and stuff, right? Uh, and there's a description in that first video of all the stuff that I had to do. I didn't have to reinstall everything from scratch. But yeah. Anyways, back to the point of this video. We are going to basically set up my second SSD, because the first one is good, but the second one I need to connect it. They need to talk to each other, right? The first time I didn't have it set up so that, like, I had both of them set up, but I had to input the password 3 times to be able to get into both SSDs and the desktop environment, right? So we're gonna make it so that I only have to unlock the encrypted SSDs, both of them, just using one password, and then another time so I could basically get into the desktop environment. So 2 times saves some time, and I'm keeping it encrypted just in case. Now, let's see. I was like recording it via my camera, except I ran into issues, so I turned off the camera. Like I can't be recording for that long. I haven't slept yet, trying to get everything prepared and fixed. That way I could actually start recording either via live stream. And I'm like, you know what? The camera runs out of battery and storage. I'm just gonna live stream it. Alright, so let me catch you guys up. 1 second, you guys. Okay, so I was having issues because let me see. I had to basically wipe my second SSD somehow. Let's see. Fails after wiping and recreating. Let's see. I had to completely wipe the partition header, recreate the LUKS container with a known simple passphrase. I didn't use a simple passphrase. Verify it unlocks, then add your root passphrase. So both drives unlock with the same one. Now, I kept going in circles and I'm like, what the hell is happening? So I told it, I did all this, but it's still not working, so show me another way. That way I don't have to like completely wipe my what's called LUKS installed like the SSD and everything, how it's already set up. As you can see right here on the bottom right, when I use the command right here, df for -h, you get all this info right here, right? All the way down here. So I fed this to ChatGPT as well as this. So I typed in, let's see, the LSBLK. So this is how both my SSDs are set up. All right. So NVMe 0 and 1 is my first SSD that I already fixed, right? As let's see. NVMe 1 has 1.8 terabytes disk. It's partitioned with the root, um, what's called the boot partition that I had to recover, and the it says NVMe 0 and 1 P2. That is still the same SSD, but this is partitioned for. Let's see. I have no idea what this one is partitioned for. Because 1 gig is for the boot, the root partition is over here, and the home partition is over here. So I'm wondering what NVMe 0 and 1 P2 is for. I don't remember. But anyways, the crypt LVM vol group LV_root. Alright, so here is my root folder. Has 30 gigs. Vault group home has 250 gigs. Alright, so this is where I keep all the applications like OBS, Steam, all that stuff, right? All my applications. Vault group LV games. This is just another. This is I'm gonna be putting pretty much all my Steam games and anything else. I'm pretty sure I don't need anything more than that. But anyways, NVMe 1 and 1. That's the one we're working on today, right? So NVMe N1. This one I have basically it's gonna be my virtual manager SSD. Virtual machines, and so far I have Windows 10 installed in it. I'm hoping that I don't have to reinstall the all the files and shit and set everything up, because I have virtual managers like on the first SSD, if I'm not mistaken. Anyways, let's see. So I had to sudo crypt setup LUKS reformat it. So I had to LUKS reformat the dev directory NVMe 1 and 1P1. It says already contains crypt LUKS. I had to override it with capital yes, and then put in a passphrase. And then I sudo crypt setup LUKS open dev second LUKS. Alright. Now right here it says no leftover LUKS, metadata is confused. Alright, this ensures that no leftover LUKS metadata is confusing the crypt setup. So I had to sudo wipe fs, all that shit. Let's see, what actually did I do? Step 1, step 2, recreate LUKS with a simple test pass. I did not use the test 1, 2, 3, 4. I just, because I don't want to do it over and over, I just put in the password and it worked this time. Step 3 confirms that it opens. ls dev mapper, that's the stuff at the bottom. Yeah, I had to do a few times, so we're scrolling all the way down right here. LSBLK, and let's see where teleco ars LUKS open, did it again. No key available with this passphrase. I'm like, what the fuck? It's happening over and over. So I'm like, what to do? And it kept telling me to ls div mapper and shit to see if everything is working. So it was telling me everything's working, but you must be typing it in wrong. But I'm like, nah, I can't be typing it in wrong. But anyways, what was wrong was this part over here, where it told me, it told me to ls mod grep the dencrypt. Okay, ls mod pipe grep dm underslash crypt. Alright, then I gave that info to it, and then it told me to what's it called? So I went through wipe the old header. Let me see if I'm on the right spot. Alright, after wiping and recreating. Likely causes kernel missing. LUKS relies on the encrypt. If it's not loaded, LUKS open won't work. Crypt setup, backend mismatch. This part right here, step 2, crypt setup backend was mismatched, and that's why it didn't work. It says sometimes crypt setup defaults to argon2 with parameters your kernel libgcrypt /libdevmapper can't handle. So this was the culprit, argon2. Okay, no, let's not summarize that. Or 3 could be we must partition device confusion. We must ensure the formatting unlocking. What is happening? ChatGPT's messing with me right now. It says partition device confusion. We must ensure we're formatting and unlocking the actual partition. NVMe 1N1 P1, not the whole disk, NVMe 1N1. Alright, so steps to debug is right here. This is basically what I did. I apologize for rambling on before I had to figure out where where I was at. lsmod /grep. So I use this command. If you see nothing, load it. Sudo mod probe dencrypt. I didn't have to do that. I fed it. Let's see. Try forcing a simpler LUKS format. This is the one that worked right here. So pbkdf2 instead of argon2. So after I inputted sudo crypt setup LUKS format -- type LUKS1. Okay, so this was important right here. Everything else was failing. I had to sudo crypt LUKS format again, but this time with -- type LUKS1. All right. It was using LUKS2 basically, argon2, right there. Then do everything all over. It says then test it. Then sudo crypt LUKS open, second LUKS. It ended up working down here. As you can see, sudo crypt LUKS -- type LUKS1. And then it ended up working. So I guess it was on LUKS2 and LUKS1. I don't know how that stuff works. But it works now. So then I sudo crypt setup LUKS open, second LUKS, put in the password. It worked. I checked it with ls div mapper. I piped it to grep second LUKS, and it came back with second LUKS. So it created it, and we are good. Okay, so you guys are caught up to me, and we're gonna continue the steps, and hopefully not run into any more because I'm running on fumes. Alright, so 3. Check logs for exact failure reason after a failed unlock run. Okay, so this often shows whether it's a key slot issue, cipher mismatch, or module error. Verify you're working on the right device. Next move, yada yada. But I fed it the ls mod that it worked. It told me that okay, your kernel side is fine, dencrypt is loaded, dmod is loaded, crypto key module is active. So the kernel is ready for LUKS. Then narrows the problem down to crypt setup. It's initializing the container. Next step, force a simpler format. Let's try creating a wait. Am I all the way down to the bottom? Let me just make sure. No, I wasn't. Alright, so after I gave it this info down here in the bottom, this info, the pseudocrypt all the way down to second LUKS right here. It says nice it opened. You now have dev mapper second LUKS available. Here's how to finish cleanly. Option A, a simple and solid LUKS extension 4, no LVM. And option B, like your main disk, LUKS LVM extension 4. If you prefer LVM on the second SSD. What each step does and why. So I'm gonna ask it, what is the difference between both options? Hold on one moment, you guys. Let me see. This is, let's see if there's any chatters. I don't think so. Thank you, that one person who's watching this live on Kick. Shout out to you. Alright, what is the difference between both options? Option A and B. Ah, damn Firefox. I don't know why ChatGPT be doing this. Gemini doesn't do that. Almost never does it. I don't know, something taking too much resources from Firefox. I don't know. Alright. This boils down to how much flexibility you want from the second SSD. Let's compare. Option A, LUKS extension 4, no LVM structure. Okay, so /dev nvm1 n1p1 encrypted with LUKS dev mapper second LUKS extension 4 file system. Alright, it's simpler, fewer layers, easier to set up and maintain, slightly faster, no LVM metadata lookups, good if you just want a secure encrypted storage, volumes, games, media, VM, images, backups. Cons, no volume management, the whole SSD is one big extension for partition. It's harder to resize, can easily carve it into multiple smaller partitions later without reformatting. Option B, LUKS LVM extension 4. Alright, so here is the structure. Encrypted with LUKS, dev map second LUKS, LVM volume group, VG1, logical volume, LV_data, extension 4 second SSD. Pros, flexible. You can split the disk into multiple logical volumes like data, VM, scratch, without repartitioning. Expandable. You can add another SSD later into the same VG and grow volume seamlessly, matching your root setup. Your main SSD already uses LUKS LVM, so it's consistent. The cons is slightly more complex, more commands like PV create, VG create, LV create. Tiny overhead, negligible performance hit with LVM metadata. We kind of don't want that, but which should you pick? If you just want one big encrypted drive for storage, option A. If you like flexibility and consistency with your root drive setup, option B. Since your root drive already uses LVM full group 0, choosing option B makes things consistent across both SSDs. But if you're sure you'll always keep the second SSD as just extra storage, option A is simpler and plenty good. Do you want me to prepare the full command walkthrough for option B, LVM, like your root, so it matches your existing setup? Yes, we're gonna do that because I don't know. I'm pretty sure if I run out of freaking storage space on my first SSD, I'm gonna want to use the second SSD to put more video games in it or other stuff. So let's go with this LUKS LVM extension 4. The pros, it's flexible. Okay. You can make it with multiple logical volumes like VMs. Alright, let's see. Let's go with option B, sorry. Option B. Let's go with B. Perfect. Going with option B, LUKS will keep things consistent with your root setup and give you flexibility if you ever want to split this SSD into multiple logical volumes. There's a step-by-step walkthrough with details on what, why, and how for each command. Step 1, unlock the LUKS container. So we're gonna copy this onto here. Control-Shift-V. Now, what it does, unlocks your LUKS container and creates this dev mapper second LUKS. Why? This decrypted mapper is where it will build LVM result. The / dev mapper second LUKS should appear. Okay, so let's do that. Enter. Password. Alright, sudo crypt setup LUKS div second LUKS sudo password for telco 760 device second LUKS already exists. So okay, so I guess we did that already. Did we? Yeah, we did. Sudo crypto LUKS div VMs. Okay, so let's go on with step 2. Copy, paste, sudo pv create dev mapper second LUKS. Alright, so what it does, it marks the decrypted device as a usable logical volume, whatever LVM fucking stands for. I forgot. Why? LVM needs metadata before it can allocate space. And the result, PV created successfully. Alright. Alright, so it says physical volume / dev mapper second LUKS successfully created. Alright, step 3, create the LVM volume group. So what it does, let me copy it real quick. It creates a volume group named VG1. You can pick another name if you want. Why? A VG is like a storage pool. Later, you can carve it out multiple logical volumes. There we go. Logical volume M group. I don't know what. I'm trying to guess what LVM stands for. Logical volume mapper? Logical volume. I don't know. Volume group VG1 ready. That's what it should say. Control-Shift-V. Enter. Alright. Volume group VG1 successfully created. Alright. Step 4. Create the logical volume. Copy this. Alright, so this up here creates a logical volume named LV_data that uses all available space. Why? This acts like a partition inside the encrypted VG volume group, right? Okay, results, you'll get this right there. Alright, Control Shift V sudo LV create minus, not minus, but dash L 100% free /n LV data VG1. Enter. Success. Alright. Step 5. Make a file system. Copy that real quick. Sudo make fs extension 4 second. Okay. What? It formats the logical volume as extension 4. Why? Needed to store files. Result ready to mount. Alright. Alright, it's done. So I did all this right here. Created a file system with some blocks, allocating group tables, done. Creating journal, running super blocks, file system, accounting information, done. Sweet. Alright, so it's ready to mount. Step 6, mount the file system with this. Make directory, mount second SSD, and then mount dev vg1 lv data, and mount second hand. What it does, creates a directory and mounts the LV there. Why? It gives you access to the SSD storage. Result accessible at mount second. Okay, second SSD. Alright, no errors, nothing happened, which is good. Something happens and it shows an error, that's bad. Alright, now we're gonna check. Alright, so we're looking at this down here. So this directory dev mapper vg1 lv data has the whole basically 1 terabyte storage. Alright, and is mounted to a second SSD. Alright, step 7, auto unlock and auto mount at boot. Here's the actual part that sets that up. Add to etc crypt tab. Okay, get the UUID of your LUKS partition. So we're gonna black ID, no, BLK ID. It's block ID, not black ID. Dev /NVMe1 P1. Alright. Get UUID. This is example output. Edit. So second LUKS UUID none LUKS. Okay, so I'm just gonna feed this to it. That way it knows where I'm at, which part I'm at. So these bottom things right here, and I'm gonna feed that to that, and it will give me the rest of the steps afterwards. It's just that ChatGPT is like overloaded with a bunch of info, I think. So, yeah, don't crash on me. Alright, beautiful. You got it mounted and working now. Dev mapper VG, okay. 916 gigabytes of usable space. UUID for LUKS partition confirmed as this right here. Alright, so next, make it permanent. Add to etc crypt tab. Open with sudo nano etc crypt tab and add that. Alright, so let's do that. Sudo nano etc crypt tab. Alright, and then we're gonna look for second LUKS, right? Or we're gonna add everything. Home, data 1, data 2. Okay, we're gonna add the whole thing. Okay, UUID 771 BC 06 652 none LUKS. Alright, let's just scroll down. Control Shift V. Alright, so second LUKS UUID none LUKS. Okay, so what does this do? This tells the system D to unlock that partition, whatever, at boot. Why? It ensures the decrypted mapping dev mapper second.lux exists before mounting. Alright, so add to etc stab after this. Alright, so before we go there, hold control, press O to save, enter to actually save it, and then you exit with control X. Alright, we exited. Now add it to the etc, so we're gonna sudo nano etc fstab or fstab. I still don't know what it stands for though. Alright, we're gonna add this onto the bottom. Oh, backspace, arrow key, down, 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 and we're just gonna plug it in down here. Alright, and then that's step 2 of this one. Alright, what it does, ensures that your LV mounts after unlock. Why? So you don't have to unmount manually after every boot. It's annoying having to do it so many times. Alright, and then looks like we save it, control O, enter. It wrote the 14 lines. Now control exit. Alright, test without reboot. Alright, so we're gonna test it without rebooting. Test without reboot. Close everything. Alright. Alright, so it says close everything. Sudo unmount. Mount second SSD. Sudo crypt LUKS close. Simulate boot unlock plus mount. Sudo system CTL start system. Alright. This says test without reboot though, so. And then confirm. If that works, you're 100% ready. At next reboot, you'll type your password or passphrase once and both drives will unlock and mount. So question, do you want to keep trying one passphrase at boot for both drives? Or should I show you how to set up key file so the second SSD auto unlocks once the root SSD is open? No second prompt. I thought that's what we were doing the first time. Then what the fuck did we do? Let me go to the file manager and actually see. 1 tera. Let's see. It's the 1.5. One. That's the flash drive. 250 gigs. The second SSD is right here. And I could probably rename it, right? Second SSD. Sudo unmount, mount second end. Okay, so close everything. Alright, sudo crypt setup, LUKS close, second LUKS. Alright, copy, paste, enter. Alright, so sudo crypt setup, LUKS close, second LUKS device, LUKS is still in use. Alright. So I'm gonna feed it that. Then let's see. Paste. Goddamn freaking no, I don't want no bots in my freaking whatever. Let me delete this person or robot. There we go. Alright, good catch. Crypt setup looks closed won't succeed if anything is still holding a handle to the LV inside the mapping. Since you're using LVM on top of your LUKS device, okay, you need to deactivate the LV and VG first. Here's the proper sequence. Unmount the file system. You already did this. Deactivate the logical volume, sudo LV change. Alright. Shit. let's copy that. It turns off the logical volume. Why? It prevents it from being considered in use. Alright. Step 3. Deactivate the volume group with sudo vg chain vg1. Deactivates the vg metadata. Make sure nothing inside is still referenced. Alright, 0 logical volumes in group vg1 now active. Alright, where am I? Step 4. Closes the LUKS mapping. Sudo crypt setup LUKS close. Now we could do it. Paste. Enter. Alright, it worked. Alright, now ls dev mapper grep second LUKS should show nothing. Alright, so if I copy this, paste that into here, it should show nada. Alright, shows nothing. After this, you can test your crypt tab and fs tab workflow safely. Now I'm gonna feed it. Let's feed it all this right here. Copy, paste, enter. It's gonna say you're pretty much done. Perfect. That worked exactly as expected. You mounted mount second SSD. You deactivated the logical volume and volume group. Then you successfully closed the LUKS mapping. Now it's showing nothing, which means the container is fully closed. The next step, now you can safely test your auto unlock and auto mount setup without rebooting. Alright, so let's do that. Trigger crypt tab defined to unlock. Okay, so it's a service. Sudo system ctl start systemmd dash crypt setup at second lux dot service. So let's do that. Paste, enter. It says failed to start unit systemmd crypt setup second lux service not found. Alright, let's see what this means. Then mount everything from fs tab. Okay, what does this mean? I knew it. This is why I stopped using you, ChatGPT. But like for some of the steps, Gemini was going in circles, so I had to use ChatGPT. So it's good to have more than one AI. Okay, that unit not found just means systemmd hasn't generated the crypt setup unit from your etc crypt tab yet. Do this. Make sure the crypt tab line exists using your LUKS UUID. Grab second LUKS, echo, okay. Tell systemmd to regenerate units from crypt tab, okay. Okay. Says permission denied. You're the one telling me what to do, ChatGPT, so where'd you mess up? It's not my fault, is it? Gotta reload it. Okay. So it says you hit a permission denied because you grepped etc cryptab without sudo. The line was appended by sudo t. Do this to finish and test. Check crypt and do dupe if needed. Permission denied because you grepped etc without sudo. The line was appended by sudo t. Do this to finish and test. Okay. Again, you're the one that's giving me everything to put, so it's your fault. If you see duplicate second LUKS lines, open and keep only one. Yep, I'm seeing two of them right here. Sudo LUKS UID, the same crap. Alright. So I'm gonna sudo nano etc crypt tab. Control Shift V, enter. Why am I seeing two? Backspace. Backspace, wait. Okay, good. I was pressing backspace and I was up there. Now if I press delete, it would delete his shit, so. Now let's delete. We'll delete everything here. Everything like to the right of it. Or on the white block. There we go. Now we'll save with Control O. And then enter. And then Control exit. Alright. Then we'll reload. Sudo systemctl reload. Paste. Alright. Enter. Alright, it worked. So 3 unlocked now. 2 ways to use 1. Try the service, may work after reload. Sudo systemctl start systemd dash crypt setup at second LUKS.service. So we're trying it again. So if that still says unit not found, use the tool directory. The dash reads your passphrase. Alright. Come on. What are you doing? Wonder if it froze or what happened. Oh, okay. So I'm stupid. Okay, so I guess it worked. Um. Oh, a dependency job for systemd crypt setup service failed. C journal ctoxe. Okay. All right, let's copy that and see what is happening there. The error usually happens when crypt tab entry or UUID doesn't match what systemd expects, or the service was called before dependencies like the device being ready were satisfied. Let's troubleshoot. So confirm the UUID encrypt tab. Run this sudo crap. Gotta refresh. Okie dokie. So we got a sudo bl this one. Alright. And then the error usually means doesn't match systemd expects. The service was called before dependencies like the device being ready were satisfied. Confirm that the UUID crypt tab run. Okay. Alright, I'm just gonna put this in here. Give me something. Your LUKS UUID changed. Update crypt tab to match and it'll work. So sudo nano. Like, Jesus Christ, you were the one that told me to do that. You probably gave it to me. Jesus. Okay. But then again, that's my fault for not checking. Now, when I was, what's it called, trying to get the first SSD fixed, and like the boot and the root, the boot partition and the root and the home file, and that part, I had to go in circles because in the UUID there was like one or two. Actually, there was one. I think it was like on this line. It said zero, and then or it had a incorrect digit. It had an O, like the letter O instead of a zero, or vice versa. It was just that one thing that was keeping it from going. So human error. I was typing it too because I didn't have console, so I wasn't able to. I didn't have Firefox either, so I wasn't able to copy the coding over and stuff. So now the human error is AI error. So alright, so make or replace the line exactly to exactly this. One space between the fields. Alright. So one space between these fields? What is it talking about? Second LUKS. Hmm. Let me feed this. Because I have no idea what do you mean? What do you mean? Alright. There you go. Thanks for showing me your ETC crypt tab. Right now your second LUKS entry is still using the old UUID. The F771B0. That's the one you gave me. Jeez. And you told me to put that shit in the bottom. Your device current UUID is the 2E. See, you didn't even give me that shit. Alright, so fix the cryptad entry. Run sudo nano. Okay, I'm here. Second LUKS. 77. Change this line. Alright, this. Or maybe it gave me the right one. It's just that I quickly press copy code on. Oh my god. It is human error. It is my fault. Alright. Oh, oh, oh. Oh, oh, space. I'm fucking up here. Alright. And delete everything before that. Alright. And then Control Shift V. Alright, now we should be good. Control O. Enter. Control Exit. Alright. Reload and try again. So let's do both of them. If that works, you can then activate your volume group. Control Shift V. Enter. Please enter. Oh, it worked. Hey, that was quick. Alright, so it says please enter passphrase for disk Linux LUKS second LUKS. Press tab for no echo. Broadcast message from root arch Linux Sunday. Okay. Password entry required for please enter passphrase for a disk. Okay. Please enter password with the system mdtty as password agent tool. Alright. If that works, you can then activate your volume group. Alright, so it's not. Okay. Is it not finished yet? Is this still loading like last time? Nice. That means your etc crypt tab is finally being read correctly. Here's what's happening. Systemmd crypt setup as second LUKS service is asking. I apologize, you guys. This would have gone a lot quicker. Okay. Alright, so that is asking for your passphrase because you didn't provide a key file none in your etc crypt tab. Systemmd defaults to enter active password prompt. That's why you see please enter passphrase for disk Linux LUKS second LUKS. Alright, 2 ways forward. Option A. Keep manual unlock simpler, secure. Every time you boot, you'll be asked for the passphrase for your second SSD in addition to your root LUKS passphrase. Just type the same passphrase, both drives unlock separately. Okay. That's how I had it before. Option B, unlock both drives with one password automatic. You can set it up so when you type your root passphrase, systemd or systemd reuses it to unlock the second drive. Alright, so let's edit crypt tab and change your entry from second LUKS UUID none LUKS to systemd u. Alright, that. Let's see what changes. Ah, right here where it says none changes to crypto key file bin LUKS. Alright. Oh, backspace, backspace. So I do input my password. Let me just make sure. Human error, you guys. Fuck. Let me go slower. I'm sleepy. I'm messing up here. Okay, good. Okay. It worked! Alright. Now, let's go with option B. Or else, if we don't, then this freaking the title has to be changed. The video title. Alright. After sudo freaking Jesus. Let me delete. That's not the right one. So it's sudo nano etc crypt tab. Is it crypt tab? Yep. And then change that part, the none part, to crypto key file. And then LUKS. Alright, so copy. Let's just go here. I would just like, yeah, whatever. Go down. How many times have I had to come back here? So many times. Alright. It would have taken longer if I had to like type it. Thank God I don't. Wrote 16 lines. Okay. Control X exited. Alright. Add your root key file to init ramfs and also to the second LUKS. Alright, so sudo if random that sudo chmod 000 crypt key file bin sudo crypt setup LUKS add key. Alright, so let's do that. So yeah, like one I'm really glad that I don't have to type all that crap in. Plus, because of AI, not just ChatGPT, when you see these freaking commands, if you're not doing it from a terminal like within the uh, desktop environment, you have to type this in and then press enter, and then type this in and press enter. Do it line by line, and then make sure that it's doing what it's supposed to. So yeah, it takes longer. I can't fucking do all of it and then press enter. Enter any existing passphrase. Alright, so okay, and then again, alright, I'm guessing it's once for each hard drive or solid state drive. Type it in slowly. No human errors. Yes! Yes! I'm so happy. Alright, then I got an update in it RAMFS. Ooh, oh my god. I could finally get some. Oh no, I can't get any. No, I can't go to sleep because I got one more assignment to do. Jesus, for college. But whatever. I'll get it done quickly. Alright. Now when you boot and you type your phrase once for crypt LVM system D uses the embedded key file to unlock the second LUKS automatically. Important. Option B requires careful handling of the key file. Permission 000 only root can access. If you don't want to deal with the key files yet, stick to options A. Do you want me to walk you through setting up option B, one password unlock for both SSDs step by step, or keep it at option A for now? Why is it asking me to redo the process? You already... Now when you're at boot and type your passphrase once for crypt LVM, system D uses the embedded key file to unlock second LUKS automatically. Alright. Oh, I did not see you guys chat. My bad. Let me pause this. Ghosts.haunted. How did Arch break? By the way, I use Fedora 43 Beta and Bazite. Zap FN. What is broken about it? I had to recover it. Oh, it's finished. I system updated it and then it didn't complete before I what's it called? I basically it resetted, like hardware resetted on in the real world, not in here. And then this I had to fix it. Yada yada. I still have the same files, still good, but I have to like uh, recover Arch whatever. I gotta recover the files, fucking app boot, uh, and all that stuff, right? I I have to do it, or I had to do it the second time because of again human error. I was trying to. I explained it in my first and second part one and part two, but I'll tell you again. I tried to get my printer scanner working on, like the printer was working through something called cups, except it wasn't working for like the scanner function wasn't working. So I was like asking AI to help me out, and then I got to a part where I had to update, or I just updated and then it didn't complete. It froze. My screen was frozen for like 10 minutes, so I had to restart it, and then it corrupted everything. So I had to do it again. Uh, but that was months apart because I had Arch Linux working um, just fine. It's a skill issue here. It's a me issue. I'm fucking things up here. Uh, you said you've done that before. I've used Linux for an ungodly long time. But the good thing is having to be forced to redo it, the steps again. Like I start to figure out how Linux, or at least Arch Linux, works. So I learned a little bit more, and then how everything is organized and stuff. I still don't have a lot memorized, but hey, a lot more than my very first time. You said you're on Arch right now installing Cache OS kernel on a virtual machine, or like on, is it Linux within Linux, or is it in a virtual machine within Linux? If you understood what I was asking, it's confusing. All right, so it's finished. Um, let's see. Let me. copy all this stuff. Hopefully it's not too much. I'm gonna crash Firefox again. ChatGPT is working too hard. It's because everyone's using ChatGPT right now, huh? Around the world, the servers are overloaded. Oh, real machine. Okay. So Cache OS, you're on Arch right now, though. You said, are you replacing Arch with Cache OS? I hope I don't get a lot of errors. ChatGPT is so useful, though. Yeah, that and Gemini. If you're using Firefox, because like Chrome doesn't have AI embedded into the freaking browser. All these Claude, ChatGPT, Copilot, Gemini, and what the hell is Le Chat Mistral? But I like how Firefox has it like that, so you could just open it whenever the fuck you want. Nope, I'm installing the CacheOS kernel since it's more optimized. Every time I get an error, I either go to ChatGPT or a model on Studio. On IM Studio? What? Okay, I'm confusing myself here. All right, so let's see. Perfect. Now that the output shows all your init RAMFS images are rebuilt successfully, Linux LTS and Linux with the updated hooks and okay, wait. Okay, so they were rebuilt successfully with the updated hooks and encrypt tab info. Okay, breaking it down. Make make in make initial CPIO. I still don't know what this stands for, but MK stands for make init. I think it stands for initialize or something. Initial CPIO. Trying to guess what it is. CP. What can CP initial make initial? I don't know, but I give up. Rebuilds all presets and etc, making it CPIO. It regenerated both default and fallback images for your kernels. Okay. Oh, that's what you mean by CacheOS, like your backup kernel, or just another one that you have is one is Arch for me, and the second one is Arch again for me. All right. Oh no, never mind. What the fuck? I'm confusing myself here. So Linux LTS and Linux is not the same. I'm getting myself confused, ain't I? CacheOS is not the same thing as these things, huh? Right here. Um, every time you get an error, you either go to ChatGPT. Okay, LM Studio. Oh, okay. Yeah, I have Linux kernel and I am installing CacheOS alongside it so I can boot to either. That's cool. Linux LTS and Linux side by side is an example. Basically that, but with a different kernel. Okay. Answers my question, but I'm still not. It's still not getting through. Um, I might need some sleep. Let's see. Where am I at? Okay, right here. The encrypt LVM2 hooks were included, meaning your system now knows how to unlock LUKS volumes and activate LVM during booting. The warnings about firmware are harmless unless you are actually on those devices. They're for rare storage network cards. Alright? What this means now, at the next boot, System D will look at etc crypt tab, find second LUKS, and prompt you for the passphrase for or use your key file if you configured option B. Both SSDs will then unlock properly during the early boot stage. After that, VG1 LVM and the logical volume LV data will become available for mounting. So making the second SSD mount automatically at boot. Why is it saying or use your key file if you configured option B? Bitch, you're the one that fucking telling me to do everything. How did I not do option B? Um, do you want me to? Oh, great. My brother's awake. It's already the next day and I'm still awake. Oh my god. Let's see. Do you want me to guide you on making the second SSD mount automatically at boot by adding it to ETFS tab? Um, Let me ask it. How can I check if it all works uh, without having to restall? Without having uh, to reboot. Meanwhile, alright. You should be able to just sudo reboot now. Listening to ChatGPT will make you take another night. No, I'm pretty much done, man. I think. Let's just see. Good question. You don't have to reboot immediately to verify if your etc cryptab and micinit CPIO setup is correct. Here are a few ways, safe ways to test it. All right. So sudo systemlt start system. Okay. If it asks for your passphrase and unlocks devmapper second LUKS, your cryptab entry works. If it fails, run journal ctl second LUKS. Okay, to see what went wrong. Alright, so mm, mm. Oh, alright. Ah, shit, it says warning, the unit file source config file or drop-ins of systemmd crypt second LUKS whatever changed on disk runs system ctl daemon reload to reload units. Alright. Come on, man, you. I just don't want to reboot it and then something else happens, right? And then all this work for nothing. Alright, sudo systemd. Okay, so that's what it told me to do. Reload. This tells systemd to reread all unit files, including the one generated from your crypt tab. Okay. Alright. Try unlocking again. It worked, I guess. Nothing happened. Verify the unlock. Copy. Paste. Second LUKS, LVM2 /member LVM2001, and a bunch of the UUID over here. Cool. Alright. You should see second LUKS, crypt LUKS, and LV group FEG1 inside is good. Alright, now it says test stop close. You can also test closing it. Alright, so let's close it. So stop. Stop it. It worked. Alright. Then confirm the list of the devmapper pipe to grep second LUKS. It should disappear. Alright. Second LUKS. Alright. So the little line disappeared. So it's just saying second LUKS. Okay, so that's what the piping symbol looks like in there. I did not know. it should disappear. Okay, this way you can confirm that everything will work automatically at boot without rebooting it. Do you want me to also show you how to add the mount second SD mount entry and ETFS step so the second SD mounts right after it's unlocked? Yes. Alright, it says get the UUID of your logical volume. Alright, you should see something like, okay, let's just feed you the information. Alright, stuff it, ChatGPT, stuff it. Here you go, nom noms, eat up, eat it! And let's see what you guys are saying. You can really, you can't really, you just reboot and pray. Oh, I guess that works. Yeah, I'm not gonna reboot yet until everything is fucking set up, and then I'll reboot and then go night nights. Cause once I reboot, you guys, the stream is over. Uh, yeah, perfect. Thanks for running that. The line tells us your logical volume is this. File system type extension 4 UUID. Okay, exactly what you need. etc crypt tab already added. Cool. Alright. This ensures that your second SSD's LUKS container and VM or whatever is unlocked at boot and mapped to the dev mapper etc step. Now add this line at the bottom. Alright, so already added. Now add this to the bottom. Okay, so what was the sudo nano? Let me fucking go. Sudo nano etc crypt tab. Nope. Backspace. etc fs tab. Alright, so it should have F3EBE. No, it does not have any of that. So let me, because I don't trust myself, I'm just gonna fucking feed it some more. Here you go. Eat up. Give me the right stuff. I really thought I was done. Come on, you can do it. It says, thanks for sharing your current, whatever, F-stab. You're very close, but I noticed you're mixing device paths and UUIDs. It will work with dev vg1lv data, but the best practice recommended by ArchWiki is to always use a UUID or label. That way, your system won't break if your device name is chefed. I was gonna break it again. Corrected etc fstab. Alright, entry for your second SSD. So mixing device tabs VG1, LVD, and UUIDs. Correct entry for your second SSD. Wait. default note time 02. So it's this one right here that needs to get updated, right? Alright. Wait, thanks for sharing. You're very close, but I noticed that you're mixing the device paths. Dev VG1LV data. Alright, so that's this right here. And UUIDs, which is this down here. It will work with this. So it's saying it's gonna work, but the best practice recommended by Arch Wiki is to always use the UUID or label. That way your system won't break if device names shift. Okay, now I get it. Let's put this right here, right there. Let's delete that right now. Alright, Control Shift V. Alright. We should be good. Identifies from LSBLK-F identifies as that. So if I do ever change the name of it to whatever I fucking want, I won't break it. Okay. Alright, let's learn some shit. Mount second SSD is your chosen mount point. Extension 4 is the file system type. Defaults no NOAA time. Standard options plus NOAA time reduces disk writes. Okay, 0 disables the dump backups. FSCK check order root is 1, others are 2. Alright, why this is better. UUIDs are permanent. Won't change if Linux renames your device. Might change if you reconfigure LVM. No surprises at boot. Ensure that the right file system is mounted every time. Cleaner recovery. If you ever move disk around, UUIDs remain consistent. Alright, test it right now. Save your updated FS tab. Alright, Control O, Enter, Control, Exit. Let's sudo mount -a. Sudo mount -a. This will mount any unmounted file system from FS tab. Enter. Password. Let's see what do I do. Mount hint. Your FS tab has been modified, but system D still uses the old version. Use system CTL daemon reload to reload. Alright. I'm gonna feed it. And I know what it's gonna tell me. But I'm just gonna feed it just in case. Cause I don't trust myself to like actually know it inside out. Alright. Meanwhile, I'll look for the command daemon reload. I'm pretty sure it's gonna tell me to do that. Oh, it's not exactly the same. Alright, so it just means you changed, but the system MD hasn't reread it yet. Here's how to finish properly. Fix the system D uses the old version warning reload system config so it sees your updated FS tab. So that's the correct one. Sudo system, what's the difference? Daemon re-execute or lighter option daemon reload. What's the difference? Lighter option? I want to know what the difference is. I'm wasting your guys' time. But I want to know what the difference is. let's see, colon, and then I could control V. Come on, ChatGPT. Great question. There are two ways you'll often see recommended. Sudo system daemon reload. What it does, it tells the systemd to reload unit files, services, mounts, timers, etc. from disk. It picks up changes in etc systemd system and also regenerates units from fstab mount units when to use it. After editing etfstab like you did, after editing a unit file, example a custom service, after installing software that ships systemd units scope. It's a lightweight reload. Systemd keeps running with the same ID. It doesn't restart itself, just updates its memory of what unit exists. Now, sudo the re-execute tells systemd to restart itself in place. Replace its running process with a new one, while keeping all running services alive. It reparses all configuration files, reloads the state, and is more thorough than daemon reload. When to use it? After systemd itself has been updated via pacman. Okay, I didn't do that. Pacman.syu. If you suspect systemd's internal state has been inconsistent, nope. Rare cases where daemon reload doesn't seem to pick up changes. It's a heavier option, but still safe. Running services are not interrupted, only PID1 gets re-executed. In your case, editing this, daemon reload is enough. Daemon re-execute is only needed if systemd itself was upgraded or behaving weird. So right now, you can just run... Okay. Ooh, I could run both of them? Let's run both of them. Let's delete all that shit and connect both of them. Enter. It says not found. Oh, I'm trying to do two things at once. That's why. Okay, so I can't do it. Let's see, reload. Okay, and then let's see. Wait, what the fuck? Reload systems config so. Oh, I didn't even enter the command. I entered the damn freaking phrase words. It's not even a command. Wow, I'm so dumb. Human error like a motherfucker. All right, another human error. I forgot to click onto the terminal. Shame. Shame. Alright, it worked. Alright, would you like me to also show you how you can check which mount unit systemd generated from your fstab so you can confirm it sees... Yeah. Yes, please. Alright, let's see. Can you exit that and do lsblk-f? Never mind, you don't need to. I thought you do. Just replace that line with the line ChatGPT said never use a device path. Thankfully, cache kernel is nearly done building. Only took about 40 minutes. Well, I manually installed Arch Linux the first time. It took me more than 7 hours if you count the very first video where I took 3 hours and then still fucked it up and then had to redo everything again. So a total of what, 7 plus 3 is 10 hours? Yeah. And then I had to, I mean, I did it quicker this time, right? Like, well, actually, if you combine, actually reverting to where it is right now, I'm still not done. So let's see, I've been streaming for like an hour and 20 minutes, hour 17 minutes, plus the 2 other videos was like, I would say an hour each. 1, 2, 3 hours. Less than 4 hours. It is a record. 10 versus 4 hours. It's an improvement. Whatever. Pseudo system CTL daemon reload. What it is? Okay, nope. Aw, man. It didn't remember what I said. Perfect. Let's confirm system D actually created a mount unit for your second SSD. Alright, run this command to see all system D generated mounts. Okay, list units, type mount, grep. Yeah, there's no way I'm gonna memorize any of these damn commands. Oh, what I'm also having ChatGPT or Gemini do is like create a PDF file of everything that I have done so far, and then update that PDF as I go. Just in case I run into my own issues, I could go back to that. And then I also told it to put, for each step, put links to the Arch Wiki so I could, it's workable links, so I click onto it and then it takes me to the Arch Wiki so I could read from the Arch Wiki. That way I don't have to like go in there and figure out where it is and like what I have to search for each step for my dumbass mistake and the steps that pertain to my setup. Alright, so system list units, okay. Mount second SSD, mount load active, mount SSD. I think that's good. Copy and paste. Copy and paste. Alright. If it worked, you should see something like mount second, okay. Loaded, active, mounted. Okay, so I don't have to. It's up there. All right. Let me erase this. Erase all of it. All right, so we're good. Check the unit file directly. Check if a tab entry generates a corresponding unit file under run systemd generator. Try ls run systemd generator. Pipe it to grab second SSD. Okay, mount second SSD dot mount. Yeah, that's finally. See, this is what I needed from you, ChatGPT. You should see this. After putting this, you should see this. Okay, that file is systemd's version of your fs tab entry. Okay. Inspect the generated unit to confirm systemd knows how to mount it. Bash systemctl cat mount second SSD mount. This will show you the exact config it generated from. Okay. Okay, this way you can be 100% sure that, okay, the chain is working. Do you want me to also show you how to test that it will auto mount correctly on reboot without actually rebooting? Yes, but let me fucking check this first. What the fuck? Okay. Copy. Alright, documentation, source path, local FSD, whatever that is. Don't understand that. Mount. Okay. I'm guessing it's good. But I don't know. Ugh. Gah. Your fucking tab just crashed. I'm probably not even gonna go to sleep. I'm gonna drink some coffee, make my breakfast, and then fucking get to doing the rest of my fucking assignments. Alright, excellent output. Okay. Alright, what each part means. Unit source path. Okay. Thank you for giving me that. I was gonna ask you anyway. It confirms that it was generated directly from your FS tab entry. So that's this one right here. Before equals local FS target. That's this one right here. The stage where all local file systems are expected to be ready. Okay, requires equals system D FS. Oh, this one right here. It says the stage where all. Wait, no. Tell system D to check FSCK, the extension for file system, before mounting. After equals. Where's that one? After equals all this. Defines the order. File system check. Block device must be ready before the mount happens. Mount this part. The what equals dev disk by UUID. This is your extension for file system on top of LUKS plus LVM. Where mount secondhand. That's the mount point. Type file system. Type option equals defaults no time. No time speeds up the disk access by not writing last access timestamps. Confirms that at boot time, once second LUKS is unlocked, system ID will auto mount second SSD. Okay, how to test without rebooting. You can simulate what will happen at boot. Sudo systemctl start mount second SSD mount. Alright, if it mounts successfully, then you're good. Okay, so what do I do now? Oh, what the fuck? Hmm. Oh, what the fuck? How do I exit this shit? Um. Ah, Jesus Christ, I don't know what I'm doing. How do I exit the generator? Run system generator, mount second mount point. Do you guys know? Oof, this is why I use Arch install faster and in many cases better. Yep. Um. Alright, and then what was the command? This one. I have to learn eventually how to do it. So I was about to press the X. I don't. Again, I don't want to have fuck shit up. Press Q to quit. Okay. It was that easy. Q to quit. Q to quit. Okay. A few extra tips for next time. When you're inside that page, your arrow keys up, down, scroll up, down, G, jump to the beginning or end, search term, search inside, okay, and quit. No. Alright. So now I have to test without rebooting. So sudo systemctl and mount. This is if it mounts successfully, then you're good. Alright. Oh, I think it did. Right? Sudo system. I think that was good. If it mounts successfully, you're good. Then check mount pipe grep second or df grep second hand. Or, so let me actually fucking. You gassy fuck. To unmount clean test. Okay, whatever. No errors means the mount unit worked exactly as intended. Let's double check that the file system is mounted. DFH prep pipe to grips second hand. Okay, so all right. Okay, or bash mount. You should see mount second hand or second SSD listed with the size, use space, and free space. Why it matters. This confirms that FSTab and systemd integration is working. On reboot, 1 second LUKS is unlocked. Systemd will automatically mount. Okay. Do you want me to also show you how to test the boot passphrase flow now to verify both encrypted SSDs unlocked in one prompt without rebooting? Yes. Let's learn some more shit while we're at it. I say learn, but it's more like test. Test and forget. Alright, so clean slate the state first. Sudo unmount. Alright. So let's see. Sudo system to stop mount. Okay, VG chain. Sudo crypt setup. LUKS close. Second. Okay. Alright. Trigger the trap card. Trigger the crypt setup unit manually. Alright. You should get a password prompt like boot. Alright. Then it should, if it succeeds, it will appear again. Okay. It should only ask me once, right? Wait. But it didn't ask me for the. It didn't ask me for it. Hmm. Just confirm that the device is unlocked. It should say second LUKS. Then the container was unlocked successfully. Confirm the LVM group is visible. LV data, okay, that's good. Check if the mount unit activated. Okay, if it's activated and mounted, you will also see it with that. Okay. Okay. Alright, I hope you didn't fuck shit up, ChatGPT. Cause I want to reboot. The unit was active earlier but is now inactive. Grab confirms it is mounted right now, so system on it's locked. The device successfully, but the file system didn't say mounted, that's why you don't see it. Next, bring it back online. If it exists, activate the LVM. Okay. So we're just doing everything all over again. Second LUKS, alright. Sudo change ls dev vg1, okay. Okay, LV data 3, mount it manually via the unit sudo system, okay. It's the same exact steps. Maybe it's just telling me to do it again. Alright, confirm. Alright. Why it matters at boot order dependencies is important. This must finish before that. Right now, starting the crypt setup unit by hand doesn't automatically cascade into the mount, so you had to call it yourself. If we want this to be fully automatic at boot, that handles unlocking. That plus generating mount second SSD dot mount handles mounting. System D ensures that the mount waits until the device is locked. Okay, everything should be good now. Let me go from here to here and then paste it one last time. It should tell me I'm good to go. And if it doesn't tell me to reboot, I'm gonna ask it, can I reboot now? I should be able to. Alright, you just proved the whole chain works. Let's recap what you accomplished. Closed everything cleanly. This simulates the pre-boot state. Started crypt setup. This unlocks the LUK container and created, okay. Activates the LVM. This made the logical volume appear. Mounted via system D. Became active again, confirming, okay. What this means, your crypt tab and FS tab entries are correct. On reboot, system D will follow the same sequence automatically. Prompt you for the LUKS passphrase. Unlock second LUKS. Activate VG1. Mount whatever. Dry run tested boot flow without rebooting. Everything works. Okay, next, optional but highly recommended. We can configure it so you don't need two passphrase prompts at boot. Right now you get one prompt for your root SSD, one prompt for your second SSD, second LUKS. What? What the fuck? It's gonna ask me twice again? What are you talking about? I thought we did that already. Whatever. If it works, it works. Ah, Jesus Christ. I thought we did that. Did that already. Greekash, you're right. We already did the part of the setup with ETC's crypt tab, but the behavior you're seeing needed to system CTO start both manually. Your drive run means system is still treating them as two separate passphrase requests. Here's the nuance. What we did so far, added this line, okay. This tells it to unlock second LUKS at boot. Ask for a passphrase. That works, but the default systemd does not reuse the passphrase you entered for crypt LVM. Instead, it asks twice. What's missing? For a single prompt, we need to teach crypt setup that both devices share the same key. Okay. Option A, key script passes reuse. Add this to your second SSD entry in crypt tab. Example, second LUKS, none LUKS, okay. How it works when you type your passphrase at boot, it stores, alright. Option B, key file. Stored inside root, more common. But didn't we, we didn't we do this, more specifically option B. Because I think it's fucking with me now. It's just cause I'm sleepy doesn't mean you can bully me, chat GPT. You've got a sharp memory. Yeah, but you don't? Oh, jeez. Let's review carefully from our logs. Here's what we actually did together earlier. You added second LUKS. Okay. You added mount second SSD to ETCF's tab. We rebuilt making it CPIO to the init RAMFS include encrypt LVM2 hooks. But when we tried LUKS add key /root second LUKS dot key, it kept failing with no key available with this passphrase. But we fixed that. Where we are now at this point, Crips just says, okay, which still requires a separate passphrase at boot. We did not manage to tie the root LUKS key into the SSD, so there's no auto unlock. What to do if you want option B fully working, generate or reuse the key file in root. Alright. Alright, add it as a valid key. Enter existing passphrase. Yeah, I guess it worked. I did this one. So step 3, update to use the key file. I did this already. Yeah, ChatGPT is fucking with me. Second LUKS, UID to, okay, let's see what's different. Crypto key file bin LUKS. Cause if it messes me up when I'm good right now, I'm gonna be so pissed off. I don't suppose any of you guys know if ChatGPT is like fucking up right now. Great, your crypt tab entry is set to use a key file. Oh my god. Now finish wiring it up so second LUKS auto unlocks after you enter your root passphrase. Do this once. Create a key file, root readable. Ah, fuck. I think you're checking me in circles. We started heading that way, but here's what actually happened in your case. Okay. What we did not finish was add the key file crypt keyfile.bin to your second SSD with LUKS add key. Earlier, every attempt at LUKS add key failed. No key available with this passphrase. Later, you formatted LUKS format of second SSD with LUKS. We didn't update. Okay, so right now, if you want a true single phase unlocking, we need to generate crypt. Okay, fine. Add the key to your second header. Alright. You'll be prompted for a current working passphrase for NVM1. Alright, nothing is happening. Alright, let's carefully go through what's happening. Editing etc. When you ran sudo nano etc crap, nano opened the file, but since you didn't save or maybe just exited, you didn't see the changes. If you want to confirm what's in it, alright, let's cat it. Set permission denied. Creating the key file. You ran this twice. Is root owned and not world readable, so a normal cat won't work. Sudo cat. Ah, there we go. Oh, I'm getting frustrated now. This bitch is taking me in circles. It's there and it's correct. Next steps to actually make it work. Add the key file. Watch, there's gonna be someone who watches this video and is gonna say like, yo, it made you go in circles. Rebuild intro Okay. Yeah, I did this before. Let's fucking do it again then. Test without rebooting. Simulate boot process. Alright. Close the device and then a start crypt setup service. If it works, then it won't ask for a pass. Okay. It worked. Sudo system start the crypt service if the key file works. Okay. Yeah, okay, it works. Alright, I'm rebooting. I'm done, you guys. I'm pretty sure this fucking AI was fucking with me and making me go in circles. I was probably done that like before an hour and 30 minutes. It's now like almost twice. Wasted my time. Alright, thanks for watching, you guys. Please follow and subscribe. And yeah, leave comments down below. If you guys are live, your shit gets deleted. So yeah, make sure you guys put it in the comments below. I'll see you guys next time. Peace out.